gravel crunched under my tires, a familiar sound as I navigated the winding back roads. It was past midnight, and the air hung heavy with the scent of damp earth and pine. The only other car I'd seen in the last 20 minutes was miles behind me, a distant glimmer of headlights. My headlights cut twin beams through the oppressive darkness, illuminating a world of shadowed trees and the occasional scurrying critter. Suddenly, the car ahead of me slammed on its brakes. Its taillights flared crimson, then vanished as it swerved violently off the road and disappeared into the dense woods. I instinctively braked, my own car lurching to a halt. A stray deer, I thought, or maybe a fallen branch. The silence that followed was unnerving, broken only by the ticking of my cooling engine. As I crept forward, approaching the spot where the other car had braked, a figure materialized out of the inky blackness. Tall, impossibly so, and shrouded in a tattered black hoodie. He was flailing his arms, a silent scream contorting his unseen face. My heart hammered against my ribs. I yanked the steering wheel to the right, tires spitting gravel as I narrowly avoided the apparition. In my rearview mirror, I saw him disappear. Not like he ran away or stumbled into the woods, but vanished asterisk. One moment he was there, a solid, terrifying presence. The next, he was gone. The road here was devoid of houses, no streetlights, no signs of life or decay. Just endless, whispering darkness. Panic seized me. I floored the accelerator, my car a frantic blur against the monotonous black. I had to get home. My husband was hours away at some conference. I fumbled for my phone, my fingers slick with sweat. "Hello, honey." His voice was groggy with sleep. Something happened," I stammered, my voice trembling. I recounted the impossible encounter, the man who had simply ceased to exist. He listened, his initial drowsiness replaced by a chilling concern. "Stay on the phone with me," he commanded, his voice firm. "Don't get out of the car until I get there. Lock the doors, now." I drove the remaining miles with my eyes glued to the rearview, half expecting to see the tall, dark figure again. The house, when it finally appeared, felt less like a sanctuary and more like a fragile barrier against the encroaching night. I pulled into the driveway, the engine still running, the headlights painting the porch in an unnatural glow. He met me at the door, his face etched with worry. He stayed on the phone with me until he was almost home, the spectral encounter playing on repeat in my mind. The news had been filled with reports of strange break-ins and attempted car thefts in the area. But this felt different. This felt older, darker. Now, every drive down that stretch of road is a descent into primal fear. The darkness seems to press in, the trees contorting into menacing shapes, and I find myself constantly scanning the edges of my headlights, half expecting to see a tall, black-hooded figure materialize from the void, his silent scream echoing in the emptiness. I don't know what he was or what he wanted, but I know one thing for sure. I will never take that road home again. Hello, everyone, and and welcome back to the Aqeela Files. Tonight, we delve into the shadows of that lonely highway. If you've ever felt watched on a deserted road, if the darkness has ever seemed to hold its breath, then you know this fear. Don't let the shadows creep into your home. Subscribe to the Aqeela Files and lock your doors.